let's say you need to do a quote for a customer. How do you do that? Let's take a look. The first thing you're going to do is click on quotes. So we click on quotes, and it's going to go out there and pull up the program to do the quotes. So the first thing you have to decide is this person who wants the quote a current customer, or are they new? If they are a current customer, you leave the option set. If not, you're going to click inside the box and choose new potential customer. To keep things simple, we're just going to use an existing customer, so we're going to leave it as that. And then the next thing we're going to do is select the customer from the list. So we're going to click on the list icon right here to select from the list which customer it is that's asking for the quote. So let's just click on a customer from the list, and it will update our display. And as you can see, the name is filled in for you. And we can say the pool and spa are at the same address. So let's click in the checkbox there. And for the type of service, let's say we're going to do some kind of a repair. So equipment repair is what we're going to choose. And then we're going to scroll down. Now we're going to type in the box and kind of describe what it is that the job entails. So let's tap in the box, and then we're going to type. I'm going to have to tell it to use the keyboard on the phone. You won't have to do that. I'm using an emulator, so I have to tell it that information. So let's say we're going to replace a bad pump. Okay, so we're replacing a bad pump. The next thing is we're going to now pull parts from inventory. So let's say the first thing we need to do is to pull apart a pump from the inventory. So I'm just going to click in the field, and it brings up a list of my parts. And I'm going to scroll down until I see the pump that I need. So I click on it, and there my pump is selected. And you'll notice that it automatically fills in the price of the pump from inventory. The quantity is automatically set to 1. Now, if I needed more than 1, all I would have to do is change the quantity. You don't have to change the price each, because that's going to remain the same. The program will calculate for you. Now I'm going to scroll past all my parts, so I'm done with parts. But let's say I'm also going to use a bag of salt when I do this job. So I'm going to select chemicals, and I'm going to search for my bag of salt, and you see it's right there. So I'm going to select bag of salt, and as you can see, it fills it in. Quantity of 1, price $20 each. So now I'm done with chemicals. So I'm going to scroll down to the labor section, where I spell out what tasks need to be done. So the first thing I'm going to do is to say, going to remove the old pump. We're just keeping this simple. So remove the old pump. Okay. And then we're going to say it will take 1 hour, and we're going to price that at $30. The next task is going to be to install the new pump. So I'm going to put install. The new pump. So there. And now we're going to say it takes 2 hours, and we're going to charge $40, let's say. We're just making this up as we go. So now I've put in my second task, which is to install a new pump. It's going to take 2 hours, and I'm going to charge $40 per hour for that work. So I'm effectively done. So now all I do is to click the submit button, and it will go out and make all the necessary calculations, and there's my quote worksheet. So now all I have to do is to email this to the customer. So I simply click on email and I fill in the customer's email, but you'll notice that the system automatically pulls up. If it's an existing customer, it automatically pulls up their email address and puts it in there. And it also puts a subject in there for you. And in the message, it puts in attaches the pool service quote you requested. So that information is automatically filled in for you, so you don't really have to do anything else. All you have to do at this point is to click the submit button, and it will send the quote by email to that email address, and you're done. So that's how you fill out a quote and email the quote to the customer. From here, you can click cancel to get back to the menu. And that's all there is to quotes.